All right. I would like to welcome Mr. Jay Copes. How you doing,
I'm
man?
good, brother. How you doing?
Hey, man. I'm trying to be like you when I get older. I'm trying to get there. No, but everything is good, man. We're just glad you had an opportunity to come onto the show
Me too.
and do good things, man. I just can't wait to talk to you about you. You have a great career, up and coming, and you're doing great things. I heard your music, and it's incredible.
Thank you.
So tell me, I know you're from Jersey, man. So I know where you're from. So let's tell everybody,
Yeah,
where in Jersey are you from?
I'm from Camden, New Jersey. Small city inside of New Jersey, South Jersey to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, I love it here. I've been raised here since I was a child, and I'm looking to really,
Yeah.
put it on for
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, right outside of Philly.
Sure.
I used to live not too far from there. We talked about that
Yeah.
before, beforehand. So tell me, man, how did you get into the music business? How did that happen?
It's a funny story. When I was a kid, I was always involved in like music things. I used to play the instruments and stuff like back in grade school. But as I kind of got
Okay.
into high school, I got into sports more. So winning the state championship from football, and mind you, I played everything from football. I wrestled, I ran track, I did a lot of different things. But football was like my main sport. So when I actually,
Well rounded.
well rounded.
Yeah.
So from playing high school football, I went to college. But from transitioning from high school to college, I kind of got into the music. My cousin, he was doing music, and I was just watching him. So I kind of dropped like my first song while I was still in high school. I recorded like this little funny song on an iPad and then threw it up, and everybody in high school they loved it. So from there, I just took those little props, and when I went to college, I continued to kind of do my little music thing, and
Right.
and throughout me, I was playing sports because I went to college for football, and I just started noticing while I was at practice and stuff. I was singing music, writing. I was writing songs
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
before practice and stuff like that. So I just kind of transitioned from sports into music more when I was in college. I actually stopped playing football to focus on my music
Wow.
career more. So, but it was the
Yeah.
best thing that I could possibly ever do. You know what I'm saying, for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I do miss the sport. I love football, but yeah.
Yeah, but you got a better chance of music, man, because you break one ankle, you break the wrong bone, and your career is over.
But that mentality though, when you playing sports, like I was never the kind of guy
Right.
to worry about getting hurt. And I think that's why, transitioning into the music game, I took a lot of the characteristics from sports and I just applied it to this, the determination, the going hard, the showing up to the gym,
Yeah.
getting that extra rep when everybody else want to leave. For me, that's what it's about.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that played for the Baltimore Ravens, and he actually won the
Oh,
Super
wow.
Bowl.
Okay.
And he talked about his story, how he got hurt the last year, the year before he retired. And then last year he actually won the Super Bowl, which is pretty cool. But it's a
Yeah,
tough
it
game,
is.
man. It's a tough game. Now, did your passion, was it always music? Did you always feel like, there's something inside of me that I really want to do music, but then again, I may want to do
No,
just
it
sports?
wasn't. It wasn't. Sports was my full passion in high school. I had left music
Wow.
alone. I
Yeah.
wasn't even like really worrying about it. But as I got into
Hmm.
in college and I just started working on my craft more and more and more, I just fell in love with the possibility, the opportunity of making that one song that could
Gotcha.
go and change the world.
Right, I got you. Now, do you think just my personal thing here, because the music system and school and different instruments, did you find yourself playing instruments in school? Were you attracted to instruments at the time when you were in
Yes, I
school?
was. I think that's the reason why I even signed up, because in fourth grade, you don't really get to sign up unless you go home and you tell your parents, Mom, I want to play the drums. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to take you to the store and get
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like, you can't just go get it
Right,
yourself.
right.
So I know it was some, like, consciously, I don't really remember all the way back that far what made me make that decision. But I know it was
Yeah.
something that pulled me in. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Now, you are, you work with somebody that I'm not gonna say I know, but somebody that I know to know. So I'll
Okay.
leave it like that. I got a good friend of mine that played for him. Now, how did you hook up with Freddie Jackson?
Man, it's really a blessing. Shout out to my manager and my partner, KlyMaxx Entertainment. Um,
Yeah.
Fortunately, when I entered this situation, Mr. Jackson was already kind of tied to my manager's situation. So I was at the studio one day, and Mr. Jackson was actually up there, and I actually snuck upstairs when I wasn't supposed to, because we still got this thing here where like that's Mr. Jackson is a legend. You don't interfere with that. You know what I'm saying? And I snuck up there one day and took it upon myself, and I was able to kind of meet Mr. Jackson, and from there we built a relationship, and now I'm kind of cool with him. But it's all it's all love. Dave was gonna introduce us soon, but I kind of just took it upon myself a little earlier.
Yeah, he's a Harlem boy, man. I'm a Brooklyn boy. He's a Harlem boy, and one of my good friends, Hubert Eves, actually played bass.
Oh wow, okay.
Freddie, many years. Yeah. It's kind of a full circle thing, you know.
Legend.
Now, yeah, absolutely, man. Now, what is Freddie's take on your direction? Like, what direction are you going in music?
For me, I just want to always, like put them songs out there where, if you're going through something, you can listen to my music and find peace. You can find love. That's really what I focus on. I try to make music from the heart, and that's one thing Mr. Jackson always let me know. When you create, and as long as you're creating from a place that's pure, then it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So I always just have that mindset, and I always just try to stay true.
It's good, man. It's hard to find somebody so young to be so focused. That's strange, man. I gotta take a page out your book, man. We gotta kind of mold you and that kind of like double up on you, you know. But now, what's your process of writing songs? Because you have not just one good song; you have a lot of great songs. I mean, great songs. And because I write, so trust me, you have really good music. What is your process for writing? Do you start with drums? Do you start with keys? I mean, what's your?
I'm not a producer
method?
yet. I'm actually going to try to get into that stuff. But usually, I work with a lot of producers from my area, specifically one Jay White. Shout out to Jay White and the whole team over here. Nice audio, everybody. When we sit down and I'm listening to these beats, I started off, pen and paper the traditional way. But just like anything, when you make it as a prototype, you just try to make it better and better and better each time. And just from consistency and being blessed, I'm now my process is a little different. When I go in the studio, I kind of just listen to the beat, and I kind of write as I'm in there. I kind of just go with the flow and the vibe and how I'm feeling. I just noticed that to work a little bit better for me now.
That's pretty cool, man. I mean, you have a couple of songs. I'll just name one. Signs.
Signs was man. even just from the name.
Come on,
so.
Man.
It was a time when I came back from college. I was working a job, a 9 to 5, and my girlfriend, she had got pregnant with twins. So I had twins on the way, and I was working at this job. Yeah. And I realized, man, I was making $18 an hour. That's not bad, for a young guy. So I'm making $18 an hour, but I realized like that wasn't going to cut it for me. And at the same time, I could barely afford to even pay to go to the studio or make music or anything. So I'm like, man, I gotta transition. So I had a couple dollars saved up in my 401k because I was there for the time that I came home from college. So I had a couple dollars saved up in my 401k. I withdrew all of that money. Give me that. Need that. Went and bought all lawn equipment and stuff like that. So I actually just opened this little lawn care service and was cutting lawns. So I had my time and I could also focus on my craft, you know what I'm saying, at the same time and still make my money.
Yeah.
So as I'm doing that, it was about 6 months where a gap where I did not go to the studio. I haven't recorded. I wasn't doing anything. So my girl was like, yo, you need to get back in the studio. I'm like, man, for real. So I hit my boys. I'm like, I'm gonna book a session. So I booked the session. And the first song that I made when I got back was Signs. So and just what I'm talking about, the way we did the video. I'm not sure if you was able to watch the video. Okay. Yeah, make sure you check the video out if you haven't seen it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
and I'll put it in the description.
But, everybody in that video is like my real family, and I just want to be able, 30 years from now when we got them number ones, and we look back on the portfolio, we like, yo, like we started that the book off, the perfect way,
Yeah, absolutely, man. Now, your music is, like I said, you have a great sound. You have a really, really good sound. Keep going. Last Chance. Oh, not
Kiana LaShawn, my sister. Make sure y'all go check her out.
Kiana, tell me about Kiana, man. What's going on with her? Is she in the studio working on her own material? Because that track was hot.
In better words,
really
just incredible. Her voice, from her pen game to her delivery, and just to her as a person, man. She's a good person. So make sure y'all check Kiana LaShawn out. She got a lot of stuff coming, and she got a lot of stuff already out. Yeah, go check her out.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Now listen, man. You got to tell me: are you going on tour? What's the next? Are you going on tour? Do you plan on going on tour now that the pandemic is over? Right?
I got a lot of requests right now. We just, we being patient. I'm still creating. I'm still writing. I'm in the studio every single day. So when something opens up, when that opportunity shows itself, we on it. KlyMaxx, we the first ones we on it. Sure.
That's pretty good. Now, what I want to ask you is, from the transition from music into your own becoming an entrepreneur, because it seems like you always had that in you to really to be on your own, do your own thing, and not really depend on a company, which a lot of people, years ago, that was it. You work 9 to 5, you do 20, 30 years, you pack it in. You have a different mindset, and that's why one of the reasons why I think you're really going to go to the top in this business. It's not an easy business, man, but I think you're going to do extremely well because you have good music.
Thank you.
And you have a great team.
And I don't want to ever get it confused. I think there's benefits, and I think there's negatives to any business situation. I think that some of these majors can help in a whole lot of ways. And also, I think a lot of ways, you just got to know what it is that you're signing up and you're agreeing to, Yeah. So I think
that is true. Now, are you keeping track of like the streams? Because years ago it was, gold, 500 was gold, 500,000, $1 million was platinum, diamond was 10 million. So are you keeping track of your
of course, me and the team, we own it every single day. That's our major goal.
Okay.
We just making sure that we stay consistent. We put the content out. And we just get as much people as we can to the music. We know that we have great music, and we got a mission to change the world. So we're just trying to get it out there.
That's pretty slick. So you guys are actually in-house. Everything is in-house. I like this stuff, bro. That's some Jersey stuff right there.
We blessed.
Yes, that's some Jersey stuff right there, man. It's like in-house, and you're right outside of Philadelphia, which is another, that's that music. Back in the days, it was the Philadelphia sound. You
Mr.
had
Huff.
There's so many
Gamble, OGs.
But I mean,
yes, sir.
Gamble and Huff. There you go, Gamble and Huff, and then they had the Roots.
A lot of legends,
a lot of great people. Jill Scott. Absolutely, man. So tell me, what, who actually inspired you to, once you decided to do music and sing? Who actually inspired you? Who did you look up to and say, you know what, this person, I think I want to follow his path or be inspired?
I think it's weird. When I was growing up, I listened to a lot of different people. I was from an era where the Akons and the T-Pains of the world, was in my headphones, and then being raised and being around my parents, the Mr. Freddie Jacksons, the Isley Brothers. All of these different genres that I was being, subliminally mind controlled with. Like these are the people I listen to. But today I haven't ever created a song and tried to be like anyone else. I always just try to be myself, and what comes out just comes out.
I can tell because your sound is completely different than what I hear on the radio. I've been in music a long time, and you have a distinct sound, a great voice. Your vocals,
thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
I got to give it to you. Got to give you South Jersey. Come on now. Yeah, man. So absolutely. Now, if you were to go to a public school in South Jersey, Philly, anywhere for that matter, and a young kid came up to you and said, "Hey, Mr. Jay Copes, hey man, what do I need to do to get where you are?"
Really just be determined, know what you want, and stand firm. Don't ever take, something fast and don't ever think that something comes overnight. Everything that's worth having, you got to build it, and consistency is key. I think as humans, we all get those times where we lack a little bit, but it's that extra effort to make sure that you're on your stuff. That is what changes the game.
Absolutely. I totally agree, man. So I know you got to tell me, You got to tell me.
We got a
What's
lot of
next
things
for
in the
JayCopes,
mix.
man?
We got a couple songs coming out. Rather Be Alone is one of the names of one that's coming out. I dropped that here first, an exclusive. So make sure y'all turn them post notifications on when y'all follow me. But yeah.
That's
So
right.
that's
right.
next for
That's
Jay
right.
Copes. Another single we coming very, very strong. And just make sure y'all stay tuned.
Now, you actually going to work on an entire LP, or is it just
no?
going to
We
be
actually been putting together.
one single here, one single there.
We got a lot of music.
Yep.
We got, so we got a nice selection. And all we doing is we just going through making sure it's, the best product for the people.
I like the fact that you guys have different producers, which means you have different sounds. What I don't like about the music business is so many people have the same producer producing 10, 15 people. Everybody's got the same exact sound. You have your own unique sound, which is going to put you at the top. That's just my opinion.
No.
I ain't saying that because you're here. I'm just saying it because it's true.
Also, the one producer that I do lock in with, I do see the benefits, from some of the artists that do work with one producer. Sometimes y'all can lock into the point where y'all just on overload, and that shot is just hitting every time. You know what I'm saying? So, nothing against them, but I like to have a little variety sometimes. That's all it is. For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, that's what it is. Well, listen, man, you got to tell everybody where they can find you.
Guys,
far as
everybody
Instagram,
can follow
social
me at
media.
JayCopes_. That's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere, guys. You can follow me at JayCopes, JayCopes_.
Got it. Well, listen, man, I want to thank you for taking out the time to talk to me, and I wish you much success. And you got to do me one favor before you leave. When you come out with your next tune, man, you're always welcome to come back. You always have a home here at March 5 Music Podcast.
Come back, right? All right, say no more.
Listen, if you don't come to me, I'm going to come get you. How about that?
Appreciate you.
All right. Hold on one second, okay? All right. No problem, man. I gotcha.